Hello everyone, let's do a quick recap of sig figs, or significant figures. So, if I give you this number, how many sig figs do you have? 4. If I give you this number, how many sig figs do you have? 3. For those of you scratching your head thinking, wait, how do you know how many sig figs do you have? So non-zero numbers are significant. So any number between 1 and 9, again, a non-zero number is significant. So any non-zero number is significant. Okay, cool. So that's how I knew that 114.1 is 4 sig figs and 54.1 is 3 sig figs. So now some of you are thinking, okay, what if I have zeros in between the numbers, like 404? I have 3 sig figs. That's 0 because it's sandwiched between those significant numbers. That makes that 0 significant. So if I have this 400.04, again, I would have 5 sig figs. Why? Because those zeros are sandwiched between those significant numbers, making that significant. So zeros between non-zero numbers are also significant. Okay, what if I give you this number? Are those zeros significant? They're not sandwiched between. So zeros to the left would not be significant. So those would be 2 sig figs. So zeros to the left of a non-zero are not significant. Okay, so then some of you will be like, well, what about to the right? So if I go to the right and I do 1500, for example, honestly, I don't know. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4. It's very ambiguous is what I'm trying to say. And so without a decimal, it's ambiguous. So how do we fix that? What's the solution? Well, the solution would be using scientific notation. So in this first example, let's say I want to make it blatant that it is 1500. So I would say 1.5 times 10 to the 3. For those of you that don't know scientific notation, don't worry about it. I'll make a separate video. But for right now, trust me. So if I have 1.5 times 10 to the 3, that would be me moving the decimal 3 places to the right. So I would have 1500 with a decimal. That would be 4 sig figs. So with a decimal, zeros to the right are significant. So if I wrote it in a different way and I had 150.0, again, I would have 4 sig figs because with a decimal, those zeros to the right are significant. Now, let's get into the actual math. So let's say I add, when I add or when I subtract, what do I do when I multiply? What do I do when I divide? So for adding, I look at the number of sig figs after the decimal. So in this case, I see that I have 3 sig figs after the decimal. I have 2 digits after the decimal. So my answer needs to be 2 digits after the decimal. So just trust me with the math. So I had 114.941, but again, my lowest number was 2 digits after the decimal. So my answer needs to be 2 digits after the decimal. And again, I rounded down because 941, so I ran it down to the 4. Now, if I had a 0.945, then it would be 0.95. Okay. Now, let's say for the subtraction, what do I do? Well, again, I would look how many digits after the decimal. In this case, I have 3. In this case, I have 2. So again, when I do my answer, just trust me with the math. It would be 114.449. Again, I would need to round. It would be 0.45 because it's going to be 2 digits after the decimal. So I'm going to say that really slow. So for adding and subtracting, the sig figs will be the smallest number after the decimal. So in the first example, you saw that the smallest number was 2. So that's why when I did 2 digits after the decimal, the same for the subtracting example, it was 2 digits after the decimal. Let's say one was 3 and one was 4. Well, then I would do 3 digits after the decimal. So you're doing the smallest number of sig figs after the decimal for adding and subtracting. Now, what about multiplying and dividing? Well, it's kind of different. So I look overall how many sig figs do you have, not after the decimal, but in general. So 40.94 is 4 sig figs. 1.4 is 2 sig figs. When you do the math, my answer needs to be 2 sig figs. Okay, so it's going to be 57. Now, what about dividing? Again, I look at the number of sig figs. So 499 is 3 sig figs. 9.0 is 2 sig figs. So my answer, again, will have to be 2 sig figs. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still confused on stick figures or if you want more examples, please let me know in the comments. It takes time to create this content, so please follow, like, share, and save. And thanks again for watching.